From West Georgia and East Alabama to the SEC, we've got your teams, your stories, your game. We're local. 9 Yards Deep starts right now.
Crisp.
Listen, we got an intro.
I like it.
We got an intro.
That's fire. I love it.
Welcome back, guys. 9 Yard Deep. 9 yards deep.
9 yards.
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 With an S. We're back, guys. Another episode.
Let's do it.
Man, what a week 2 in college football. And what a week. What week are we on in high school? I don't even know, but
like 4.
Whatever week it is, what a week.
We're almost at the midway point,
Midway.
which is crazy.
You know when it starts getting cold outside, I start getting sad. It just starts.
You walk
so fast.
outside, it's like 65 degrees.
But it's good football weather, though.
Oh, yeah.
And we're talking ball.
Weather.
You know, I always say, anytime we get to talk ball.
It's always great.
Jumping right into high school, man, you know, we had a really good week.
Hectic week. Hectic week. A lot of great games.
It started on Thursday, man, that 100th edition of that Auburn and Opelika. You was there. I know you was in the building. Auburn getting the win, 17-10. Opelika, fumbling the snap late in the fourth, driving.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about 18-wheeler driving.
Yeah, they were moving. They were moving.
Yeah.
They were about to score.
You was at that game, man. Kind of walk us through what took place, what you saw.
First, I just want to talk about the atmosphere at Bulldog Stadium on that Thursday. What a game. I mean, it's always a great rivalry. Yeah. I mean, you were at that game last year. It always gets hyped up. It being at Bulldog Stadium, and it's always just a little bit better of a game for some reason. It's always coming down to the wire. Mm-hmm. Nothing short of that again. Standing room only. They had to cut people off from coming into the stadium. Like back corner, filled to the brim with people. But besides that, it was a great football game. Like, it just became so competitive in the second half. Like, you just knew Opelika was missing their quarterback, Colby Key.
Yeah.
Was out with, I believe, illness. Their quarterback backup stepped in, struggled to get his footing a little bit in that first half through 2 picks. Opelika's defense really showed out against Auburn offense because Auburn was really moving the ball in the first couple drives, and then Opelika really settled in, and that's an inexperienced defense at the end of the day. And it was just an excellent game to the second half. Opelika really found their footing running the football.
Right.
Finally getting C.J. Johnson, Jordan Waits into that groove and starting to move the offense.
Yep.
And it showed because Auburn took the lead with 17-10 under maybe 4 minutes to go and then marched down the field. And they ran the ball.
Every single play.
I blinked.
Behind right guard.
I ran to the other side, and they were already at the 20-yard line.
Man,
they were moving.
I tell you. They got right behind that right guard, and I'm at home obviously watching it. And I'm like, man, everybody.
It was like Canada 4 straight runs. It was like
bang, 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 bang,
and Auburn just couldn't stop it.
They were gassed.
They got down to the 5.
That injury, not to point out the injury, but that injury, it might have saved Auburn's defense. It gave them a chance to grab I ain't even say a drink of water, just a crisp, piece.
Take
of air.
A breath.
Yeah.
Just take a breath and
slow them down. That
like,
momentum.
hey, we're there. Like, we just need to hold on for a few more minutes,
which also could have caused that fumble snap. I mean, once you get thrown out of rhythm a little bit, it could throw you off for sure.
Yeah, especially with an offense like Opelika that you got an inexperienced quarterback in there stepping into such a massive game. It's a region game. It's the 100th game. It's Auburn, Opelika. Moment gets a little too bright. Lights are hot.
Lights are hot now.
Yeah, both fan bases are loud.
Yeah.
It felt like a college game atmosphere, and that just comes into the moment where, high snap, bounces off your helmet, and it's going Auburn's way, and that was the end of the game.
Just kind of recapping it, man. I know it had to feel good for Keith Etheridge. He was going through, some things personally with his mom in the hospital and all that good stuff. And, she basically told him, hey, you got to get back. You got to go coach a game. And it probably felt pretty good for him to come out on the winning side. They needed that win, bounce back, from losing to Vestavia Hills. And
that was just an ugly loss up there in Birmingham for them.
But now, you get your region win, right? That's the most important. I know it's a rivalry. You either going to be blue or red on, Auburn Open like night, but the most important part is that you win in the region. You're 1-0 in the region.
You're undefeated in the region.
Yeah.
And that keeps your region championships hopes alive when you run into a Central in a couple of weeks.
Right. And when you look at the Opelika side, I mean, hey, you lost the game, but they went through a tough opening.
It was a
open
gauntlet
games,
of 3 weeks.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, the BR game came down to the last drive. You were there.
Yep.
Like, they were on the ropes. That Callaway game, that was our state line showdown game. Overtime.
Dogfight. On
the ropes. A 2-point conversion. Callaway converts.
Yeah.
Opelika's 1 or 2 right now.
Absolutely.
Maybe. Just they're battle tested. I think that's the biggest thing for me. It's like, yeah, they're 2-1, but they've had 3 games where they are all battle tested now, and they can go on and continue to move or be like, hey, we've been in these spots before. Every high school football coach is going to say that. They like being in those games because it puts them more battle tested, because when you're running up the score and it comes down to a Central or an Auburn or a playoff game where you're up at Hoover and you're down to the wire, you need to have the guys to have the endurance and the stamina to be like, hey, we've been here before. We can point back to a game and be like, we just got to finish. So that's a big thing, and that's what it's great about being battle tested.
I'll tell you like this. I mean, there's no real – I mean, there's small wins when you lose, right?
Yeah.
But it sucks to lose. But, I mean, looking forward, Brian Moore is going to have those guys ready to go. They get a somewhat easy game this Friday against Jag. And there's no doubt in my mind Brian Moore had those Bulldogs bounce back. But, I mean, man, you can't – like I said it, man. They went through a gauntlet the first 3 weeks, and I think they learned a lot about their team. Mm-hmm. But, hey, when you schedule tough, you play tough, right? You kind of face that adversity.
Yeah.
And they got a hard – I mean, they're in a pretty hard region.
And they're a hard region with a tough non-region schedule.
Yeah, exactly.
Benjamin Russell, Callaway.
Pike Road
you get at home in a couple weeks. Like, that's a weird middle of the region game. Like, you got a gauntlet, and I think that prepares you later on for the playoffs, especially in 7A.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
With the teams that are going to be coming down or going up
anybody
there to
you play in the
Birmingham.
playoffs. It's gonna be.
You're gonna have to run it as Thompson, Hoover, Vestavia looks good. Dothan,
Auburn, Central, Dothan
Enterprise, looks really good.
Oh yeah,
all these teams that you're gonna have to run into. So it's great to have that battle tested now.
Man, what a game it was though. 100th edition. Shout out to Auburn. They got the dub. I know Keith was pretty proud about that. They got a tough one Friday.
They needed Enterprise. That win, I think, a little bit more than Opelika, just because of what had happened in Vestavia the week before.
Yeah,
because you don't want to go 1-2. Really kicking into region play.
And not only just that, you don't want to come back your next game and not show an improvement, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, you play and you have a bad night, and Vestavia just had your number, and you did not look good. Keith said it. They just got out physical, out man, out, they just got played, out coached. So when you come back and you get a big win against your rival, in your region, you want to show some type of improvement.
Absolutely.
I think Auburn was just, satisfied with showing that improvement.
Defense looks so much better.
They look so much better.
From the Vestavia Hills game.
They look so much better. Now, I say that, but if you continue to get in these wars at the end of the fourth quarter, Enterprise coming, you got Dothan, you got Central, you got to find some stamina on that defense side of the ball.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're going to have tough matchups, and you got to match up well against those teams, and that's going to be the end of the day. What you have to execute is, can your guys fight down the stretch? And they were gassed.
Yeah,
I mean, they were gassed, but they held on. And
but you're bound to be gassed against an opponent. Like
absolutely, especially early enough in the year where you play 25 to whatever that game was against Booker, and then you get blown out against Vestavia in the first half. You haven't played your team hasn't played a whole full 4 quarters like Opelika has the past 3 weeks. So. But that will come as the season goes on.
It'll be good. And again, shout out to Auburn High School. Got the dub against Opelika. That makes how many? Is that the fifth one? Fifth straight?
I think it's six straight.
Yeah, six straight.
Maybe 7 straight.
Opelika got to get them one.
Yeah, 6 straight. Keith's 5th straight.
Yeah, it was Keith's 5th straight.
I thought Opelika was due, but I don't know. Yeah. Without Kobe Key, it kind of
it hurts you. Yeah. And again, you can talk about guys that are out, and guys do make a difference, but. At the end of the day, they had a chance.
They were there.
Yeah,
they were right there.
They had a chance.
Yeah.
And
with
I think
Kobe Key or not.
I think in the rankings, Opelika was 6 and Auburn was 7, or it might have been 5, 6, whichever one it was. I still think those
I think Auburn jumped up to 6. I think Opelika dropped to 10.
Yeah.
I think that might just because how close that Callaway game was.
Yeah, for sure.
And that kind of put some things. But speaking of those rankings.
The team that finally came back home. Everybody's wondering about.
Central Phenix City. I guess the rankings, people finally saw them in person.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey,
and
this team's number 1 now.
What you're referring to is the Central beatdown of Smith Station.
Yeah.
They just straight demolished.
Smith Station scored 20 points.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you right now. Again, I'll be the one to tell you, man, there's not a whole lot that you can say about wins or whatnot, but Smith Station started the season out hot. I think that
a win is huge.
Yeah, I mean, they got to win. It's against Shaw, who they lost to last year at home. Mm-hmm. They came back across the river.
First win in 2 years.
They got to win. You was in the game against Valley, and then you score 20. You put 20 up on Central.
They were those first
Small
two drives,
victories, bro.
Yeah, and I think they got everything for them. That offense, it seems like they're starting to click. Trayvon Key's a stud.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen him. He had that huge run against Valley that I was there for.
Yeah.
Their first drive against Central, hit on a huge play action, like 50-yard pass that
yeah.
worked, fooled them out. That's what happens. You're not running too high safety. You got one, you're stacking the box. You can fool them with that. All those misdirections, it worked. Second drive, they almost punched it in, but they turned it over. They got the 25-yard line. So there are a lot of things to improve on. But
there's a lot of positives going on.
Absolutely,
with Smith Station right
yeah.
now, though,
But Central finally getting eyes on them in person.
Man, look,
They're
weapons.
Good. Weapons.
Listen,
and some of those kids are freshmen.
I don't know if Coach Nix is trying to borrow the weapons that they got at Auburn, but man, they got some guys. They got freshman guys. You texted me about a freshman guy, receiver that you just thought was
Braylon
lights
Everett.
out. Braylon, yeah. You
and
thought it was lights out.
He had
man.
Their second kickoff return, he took it to like the 40, and Central's student section erupted, and they're just jammed. This kid's a freshman. They got so much talent, and of course, led by the 4-star junior Bobby Coleman.
Yep.
He's going to be great. I think it's only like that was his 4th game starting ever at Central. I think he started one game at the end of last year when they were already guaranteed a playoff spot. But he just looks super impressive. He's managing the offense really well. And they got a running back, Donovan Crow. I mean, seeing this kid in person, this kid is massive.
As
I think
advertised.
24/7 has got him sized at like maybe 5'11", like 210.
You see different?
No, dude, he's got to be at least 6'2", 225. This kid is massive. He's a 3-star for a reason. He just punches it up the gut. They have so many running backs. The depth is ridiculous at Central, and it's an offense that can really do some things. And they got some talent on defense as well. So look out for the Red Devils.
There's not much to say about it. Central, they do what they do.
They got a good game this week.
They reload.
Dothan's
Dothan
3-0.
comes to town, and Dothan looks good. They put a beat down on Enterprise. If I remember right.
They ripped them apart. Yeah.
So Dothan comes to town, but hey, no doubt Patrick Nix has them Devils. Ready to go.
They reload. They don't rebuild. They reload.
Yeah.
I mean, last year was supposed to be a rebuild.
Man,
What'd they do? They went to the state championship.
And that's really, that's one of the things to think about out loud, man. The talent pool in this area is so great.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
I think it's underrated, man. We got to figure out a way to get some of these young guys, and I just think when you look at the talent that's in this area, man, holy smokes! I mean, Central just not getting these kids from wherever. These
it's
kids.
East Alabama kids.
Yeah, they're East
These
Alabama.
are Russell County, like Smith Station kids,
and they load up, and they go, and they go, and you get to see it. You saw the freshman in Dalen that you say he balled out, and of course I believe you, but I'm not surprised. One of the things where I'm like, it's Central, right?
They got kids. They got guys. They do
true dominance by the Red Devils.
But that speaks like numbers to the foundation and the landscape that they've built over there.
Absolutely.
Like they don't have to rebuild. Like they're going to have guys consistently every year, and that speaks on to levels of the 7A programs that we cover, the Auburns, the Opelikas, the Centrals. They're always going to have guys.
Speaking of dominance, Glenwood.
They dominated their past 2 weeks. I was at that game against BB Comer. I think I got there, it was like 33-0, like 5 minutes in the second quarter. First play I get there, pick, Zayden Hart. 2 plays later, bucket into the dime, little toe tap catch on the sideline. I think it's up for our play of the week.
Yeah.
Another great catch by him. BB Comer eventually scores, makes it like 40-8.
Yeah.
Then Zayden Hart, next kickoff, 85 yards
to the crib.
house. Yeah. I was like, wow, okay. Yeah, Glenwood's still like that.
Listen, Glenwood's one of them teams where you just got to be careful with them. They will surprise you. Just when you think they're down and they're out, no sir.
I mean, they got a lot to prove. They went undefeated last year,
Yeah.
lost a lot of seniors, and then they lost in the first round of the playoffs to an ACA team, which was very underrated. I think ACA went like 7-5, and they showed up at Glenwood, and I think Glenwood was just overlooking them a little bit. But I like what Coach Nelson's got over there. They had to shuffle in a lot of new, like young talent to those starting roles, and you're starting to see the experience start to click for those guys. And they got some running backs as well.
Yep.
So they're just still trying to figure it out. I mean, I was talking to him Monday. He's like, we're young, but he's like, we're figuring it out. He's like, we're clicking now.
Man, and it's good to see them clicking. They look good. 53-8 over BB Comer on the Alabama side.
Yeah.
I want to stay with the private schools, but I want to come across the river.
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Now, there's a 3-headed monster going on in Columbus with private schools, but there are 2 at the top that people don't really realize. or I believe see what's happening. Them Cavalry Knights is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Manuel Brunson, man.
Bro, I said it in podcast one, I believe, do not sleep on Cavalry. That was my most, well, I didn't call them most improved. I said that was going to be the team to watch.
It was a total flip. It's been a total flip from last year.
The games that they would lose, they are winning now.
Yeah.
They got a true quarterback. They got weapons on the outside. They got a running back.
Yeah.
And Manuel Brunson has that defense pitching shutouts. They got a shutout last Friday against Town Square, 35-0.
Yeah, that was an excellent win. That offense looked incredible in the first half.
I am looking forward to what's going to come out of.
We got a little
Cavalry.
trifecta
Yes.
of private schools right now.
And
Pacelli, Brookstone,
and the team right
Cavalry.
up the street from them with Brookstone.
Yeah.
I mean, to host LPD.
Mm-hmm. The
and
number
to
one
beat-
rated private school team.
And to beat LPD.
Yeah, huge. I like what they got over there. They just seem to, the offense flipped. And typically in
Man.
private schools, you don't see high tempo spread like that.
Right.
Because
right.
you private school, you have a lot less players and you might not have the outside guys to run it, but they are running it perfectly.
The biggest thing is I don't think people knew what to expect with Brookstone.
Yeah.
You got a brand new coach that's coming in from South Florida.
Yeah.
Right. And, you know, Brookstone, you don't want to say they look bad to end the year last year, but you just it's unexpected.
They
with
were a
these private
Final Four
schools,
team.
right?
Yeah.
And when you lose seniors, and at private schools, you don't lose a ton like you will at a central or public school, if you will, right? But you still lose guys that you depend on, that your leadership, right? So it's harder to gauge the private schools year
Absolutely.
to year.
Yeah.
And then you're throwing a new coach in the mix. I didn't see Brookstone. I don't know too much about them, but I didn't see Brookstone coming back this year and being like watch out for the Cougars.
Yeah. Now you're saying it. They might be.
I cannot
they
wait.
have to be the number one ranking.
I cannot wait for Brookstone Cavalry.
Oh my gosh.
I think that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be bigger than Brookstone Pacelli.
Yeah, this year it might. Like Calvary. Well, so just jump back to Calvary. They got to go up to Woodbury.
Flint River Friday.
also
This Friday.
3-0. Yeah, our game
this
of the
Friday.
week, sports overtime game of the week.
Yeah.
Last year Calvary lost at home in a mud bowl to Flint River. I went back and watched the tape yesterday. Guys were just covered in mud.
Yeah.
It was one of those just nasty weather games, and
Oh, yeah.
Flint River beat them 28-0. I expect a much different outcome. This game's going to come down to the wire.
See, I don't think so.
You think?
I think Calvary's gonna put a whooping on them.
You think?
I think Brunson is on a mission.
Yeah.
And they're putting up points. That's something Calvary hasn't done.
Yeah.
They haven't put
It's
up
hard
points.
to keep up. Like private school, if you got an offense that can do that,
And now you can.
It's tough to keep
you
up.
know, and I don't get into the social media chatter, right? But you can see it on social media. Guys are seeing that they still not respected. They're not ranked. They won't put them in the top 10. And, you know, they won't put them here. They won't put them there because it's Calvary. And I think that's just, I think it's bulletin board material. And this is why I feel like, you know, Flint River, and it's no disrespect to them, but I just think Calvary's on a different mission right now.
and I think that will change. Like as the season
Absolutely.
progresses, like
Yeah.
they're going to have to run into a Brookstone and Pacelli, and GIAA is going to
I
start
mean,
to put
even in
notice.
Flint
and be
River, though, it starts with Flint River.
yeah,
I mean,
Flint
you know,
River's a powerhouse in their division.
going to their place, if you come out there with a win, is a big deal.
Yeah,
Right. You start to put people on notice.
yeah,
So, no doubt in my mind, Manuel Brunson will have those guys fired up and ready to go up, like you said, Woodbury, the middle of the woods, man. Ooh, that's a ride, too. It's up north of Meriwether County. It's,
yeah.
Ooh,
The
man.
quick little hour drive.
Man. But, hey, some good football be played.
Oh,
there,
yeah.
And I'm sure it'll be
They
a
win all
a
those
great
state
game.
championships for a reason.
Like you said before, that is our sports overtime game of the week this
Oh, yeah.
Friday. So, we look forward to, you know, covering that in a big,
Battle of undefeated.
it's going to be awesome. Going to the west of Meriwether County, there's a county by the name of Troup County. There's some ball
All three are great.
that has been played in Troup County. Now, I'm going to start with the 2A team that was actually on the road.
It's
they went down
Cook.
to Adel to
Mhm.
play Cook County. And, man, 17-3.
Yeah.
Low scoring offense. The biggest thing I take from that is their defense is for real.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you right now, I love Jarvis Jones and what he's doing at Carver.
Mhm.
We don't have to sit here and talk about Carver. We know what the Carver Tigers bring to the table
yeah.
when it's time to play ball. Carver is by far, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
and so there's a lot of people paying the number one on polls, the number one team in 2A.
Yeah.
Give me Callaway.
Watch out for the Cavaliers.
Give me Callaway.
Watch out for the Cavaliers.
Give me Callaway. I'm saying it right now. Give me Callaway.
Look, that state line showdown game, they were punch for punch.
Man,
they are one throw away
punch.
from beating a 7A team.
Listen, when you look at these two teams, I think what works best for Callaway is, number one, their schedule. Right? Carver doesn't have the schedule of a Callaway. But that defense, I just feel like
there's too much talent on their defense.
It's like a machine.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy?
And I think it's talent. I think Carver has talent on the defense for sure, but Callaway's defense, like, they out for blood.
Oh yeah.
And like what's unique about it is, and this is bulletin board material. So Jarvis, if you hear this, put it on the board. You know, everybody's not giving Carver essentially the championship.
Oh yeah.
Already.
Yeah. Or at least they're
Everybody's
they're
talking about them. They're great. They already done did it. No team comes close.
8
they got
D1
talent,
kids,
D1 kids everywhere.
Power 4 kids out the wazoo.
Hogansville, Georgia.
Look, Callaway's got it too.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Callaway had more D1 kids than Opelika did.
I'll tell you like this: if we get that Carver Callaway matchup, that's must see TV.
Yeah, and I'll be here.
That's must see TV. I don't see how you can miss that. If you know anything about Carver and you know anything about Callaway, you'll understand where this conversation is coming from.
Yep.
And I just tell you, man, I don't think people should be overlooking. I know they had the Prince Ave game and the whole rain delay. I think that game lasted 5 or so hours.
It was supposed to start at 4:30.
Forget about it.
Game didn't end until 9.
Forget about it.
They played a great Prince Avenue team.
Forget about it.
Who's loaded with talent. They played a great Opelika team loaded with talent.
Yep.
Who's going to make a run in the 7A playoffs.
Cook County's ranked top 10.
Cook County's great too.
And
they
has
shut
a
them
offense.
down. Yeah.
Yes.
Watch out for the Cavaliers.
I'm
I said
saying-
that before the year.
I might. Listen, I don't. It's too early. I'm not going to do predictions and all that stuff early with high school ball.
Yeah.
But you see where I'm coming from.
I know. I agree with you. I was there before the year. I mean, look at the rankings because it was Carver was up there in the top. Carver was 1. Callaway I think was kicking around 3. I think they were 2 in the preseason rankings.
I think Callaway was 3. I think Pierce County was 2.
And then Sumter County was
Sumter County's down there at 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are 3 of our teams in 2A that I think can make a
now
state
Sumter
championship.
County too. I know we're in Troop. But let's go to Sumter for a
Yeah.
second. Carver got to make the trip to Americus. No, listen. I do think that Carver's better. I do think Carver wins that game. But hey, stuff gets tricky over there in Americus at night.
You got to watch out for those county boys.
Sumter County now, they might have something to prove now.
I mean, you came from a county school.
Listen, it's different in the country.
It is.
It's drastically
Those country
different in the
boys will
country.
come up, smack you in the mouth.
I'm just saying, you got to be ready for a fight. And I think Carver, I think Jarvis knows that. I think he'll have those guys ready to go, right? I think he'll have those guys ready to play.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
No doubt.
No doubt that Carver gets off the bus and expect to win by 20 plus.
Yeah.
Right? Don't be surprised if we get some good football.
Oh, it'll be great. It'll be a great game.
Now, back up to LaGrange. Shout out to Tanner G. What
True.
a game against Whitewater.
Troop looks great.
Hey, my favorite team in that region was LaGrange. And I know LaGrange got hit, smacked around by Sandy Creek, right? And, unfortunate for them.
Yeah.
But, that's that region.
Yeah.
That region is so tough.
The SEC.
That region is so tough.
Yeah.
Sandy Creek is good. LaGrange didn't get beat by
That
nobody.
region, I think they had 7 or 8 teams in the top 10.
They in the top 15, I think they had all 6 teams in that pod in the top 15.
Yeah, ridiculous. It's a gauntlet all year long. It's a gauntlet.
And LaGrange still got everything to play for. When you think about it out loud, LaGrange has everything to play for. They still play Troop.
Get ready for that game.
You talking about? I'm actually excited for that because I think that's a sold out Callaway Stadium.
100%. Because everyone knows what's on the line when it comes down to it for that matchup. Because Troop there's just something that's clicking with that offense. Garrison Edwards, the quarterback, he plays baseball as well. State champion. He's going to
and just got the rings.
Murray State.
Yep.
Yeah, they just got the rings.
Yep.
Murray State. He's going to play baseball and football. Javaris Warner is a 4-star running back, and he's a junior. And this kid is a stud.
Listen.
And they got some other great running backs. I mean, the list goes on. Troop looks great. I can't wait for that LaGrange game. I'm telling you right now, that's going to be a battle.
I'm telling you, Matt Napier is not Billy Napier.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
Little brother's coming to play.
Yeah. And LaGrange is great.
And I'll tell you like this, Tanner G, he's not been in those wars. He's not been in those fights.
Look, LaGrange was one right call away from being the state championship game last year. That was a horrible call.
Terrible call.
That was awful.
I hate when we got to talk about stuff like that. That's god awful. LaGrange got ripped.
Yeah. You know what
They
the
were
worst part is?
robbed
Is like you
completely.
send it to the league and you try to get it appealed, but
And
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
doesn't
matter
change the
because,
score.
Yeah, because it
Because
doesn't.
they still had to go
fix the
for
outcome.
two,
I
and
hate-
it's a whole thing.
I wish that Georgia would get. I'm talking about the GHSA as a whole, and I think the GHSA is great. I think they do a lot of great things across the board, but we got to find a way to bring replay. We got to find a way to get replay implemented in this play, at least the playoff games.
Playoffs, yeah. It's tough for regular season. Not a lot of schools can afford the
Absolutely.
cameras, but
Playoffs, it should be funded by the state. I mean, football's too big in the state. These moments get too big, and nowadays social media, you got camera guys on the field, and we shoot on the sidelines ourselves.
well,
man.
that
We
was the
see
crazy
stuff
part about that
we get it.
LaGrange game. That was a semifinal game. There were 10 cameras on the field that all got
Absolutely.
the shot
The
of
same
him
shot.
catching the ball.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
No.
And you can't.
But you can't use it.
Patrick Beverly, remember he walked away.
Look at that. Look at that.
That would have been me. I'm sorry, it would have been me. I would have been all on the
Jeremy
sideline.
Hayes would be like, look at the Sony. Look at that. Freeze
I got
frame
it.
that.
I know I would have had a shot. It'd have been all over.
Put it on
TikTok,
social media.
Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook.
Oh,
I probably would have got it framed at that point.
that's a horrible
insane.
way to end the game. But hey, look, Rangers are out looking for vengeance.
Oh yeah, they bounce
All right,
back.
That's going to be a great game. LaGrange Troop.
I got to give one last shout out while we wrap up this high school segment. I'm gonna go down 185 to Helmington, Georgia. Them Harris County Tigers got to win.
Against Doherty.
Comeback win.
Yeah. Down
was a
10 zip
comeback
at one
win.
point.
Yep.
That was a dogfight, too. They needed, like,
They
they
needed
needed
that-
that
they
win.
needed that win.
Because what was it, the week prior? 63-0 at Carver.
Carver. Yep.
That's a wake-up moment. That's a wake-up game.
That's when you go back to the drawing board and you say, "Hey, man, we got to start over.
Oh, yeah.
We're not complete at all.
Yeah,
We're not on the same page as a coaching staff. We're not on the same page in the locker room with the players. That's one of the things where you eat weights. You just wake up, you lift, you study,
Yeah.
and you grind. And they needed that win.
Yeah. Those
so
are just
bad.
the moments you wake up hungry as a
Yeah.
team where you're just like, that is never happening again.
Yeah.
We will never lose to a team like that ever again.
I think there are some positives coming out of Harris County, man. I know they're getting ate up, 6-3-0. I don't know the last time they got beat like that. I think it just, it put some, I don't say doubt,
Yeah.
in other country school where, that's all people talk about on Friday nights. Your town shut down. And granted, they only got a Subway and Circle K, but they shut down.
Everyone
right?
in
Everybody
Hamilton's going to that
Hamilton is
game.
going- Pie
Yeah.
Mountain is going to that game. People from North Columbus is going to the Harris County game. So. It sucks to get beat like that, but when you bounce back and you get a good win and a quality opponent, right? The other is a quality opponent,
Yeah.
playoff team, and you get your win like that, that's got to feel good for that team and that program. Shout out to them.
It's a reassuring win because you can come back next week and you're like, hey, we're starting to click now.
Yeah,
we
you
got
just-
things
you
going
just hope
for us,
that
right?
they can bounce back from it and continue to improve. That's the name of the game,
Yeah.
right? You want to improve, you want to get better.
You just want to see consistency throughout the week, that we are constantly improving to get better.
Oh yeah,
Shout out Harris County.
listen, I'll just tell you like this: we're rolling.
Oh, yeah.
High school is going. We almost halfway through, as Drew said.
It's crazy.
We're going to take a little pivot here to college. We're going to take a quick break. We ain't done that in a while. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to move into college football. We got a lot to talk about week 2 and week 3.
Let's
We'll
do
be
it.
right back on 9 Yards Deep. Welcome back to 9 Yards Deep, guys. Man,
Listen to this music. DJ Hayes over here.
man, let me tell you, it's hard to try to listen. Some of y'all listen to the audio, and some of y'all may be watching this on the screen. And if you're watching on the screen, you can see it. I'm literally over here. We got
He
sound
mixing.
pads going. We got the mics going. I'm
Yep.
switching cameras. You can't see it behind the iPad. I'm trying to read them cross-eyed. There's just a lot of stuff happening right now. But hey, we talking ball, and anytime we talk ball,
It's always great.
college football, baby. Let's talk about it, man. Week 2, holy smoke!
A lot of surprises.
I don't know if I'm more happy about talking about week 2, what happened, or upcoming week 3.
That's a little bit of both. because week 2 is like, all right, here we go. Because this is a big week.
But week 3 is like, all right, here we go.
Like week 3 is like, we're back. Like you look at Saturday's slate and you're like, come on. Like Clemson, Tech, Alabama, Wisconsin, Georgia, Tennessee,
Carolina, Vandy.
Yeah, Florida, LSU.
Holy
We got some games,
What
dude.
are we talking about?
We got some games.
We're going to get into it, man. Look, week 1, obviously, man, we had some cracks, right? Alabama, Texas go down. Week 2 come around, and Alabama shows that they're still dominant.
Mm-hmm.
Texas get them a much-needed win. I don't understand why people – there was a lot of doubt going around Alabama.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it. Bama's still going to be Bama.
Yeah.
You still got
I think it
talent,
was just a concern with, like, the effort. Like, it was they're 5-5 in the last 10 games before ULM.
What I don't understand is I don't understand how, okay, you lose to a really good Florida State team, which I said they were great. You come back and you do what you're supposed to and beat ULM. You still, to me, you don't learn anything.
It was joyless murder ball.
Yes, like you I get it. You dominate. It's 7-3-0. It's a dominant game. You do what you're supposed to do. I think Ty Simpson went 17-17.
Yeah, he was perfect.
Man, okay, that's great. Okay, but now you got to go do it again against the SEC is deep. You go to Athens in a couple of weeks, man. Like, I still don't know if we've seen enough from Bama yet to say, okay.
I gotta see it consistently. Like,
Correct.
I got to see the exact same. Like, they got to win against Wisconsin, like 42-3 for me to believe. All right, like, okay, they're set. Like, what happened? It wasn't a 1 week thing.
I will tell you, the energy felt a little better against ULM. I think that there was a little more meshed, right?
They did a lot they shuffled a lot because I think they wanted to see what they had. Be like, all right, these guys clearly weren't cutting it during FSU. Let's throw out some guys.
And what's crazy about that approach, I'm going to take a step out of the SEC for a second. Deion Sanders did the same approach with his quarterback situation.
Played all 3.
He played all 3 quarterbacks. He saw what he had. Now the third stream is starting this week.
Yeah, he played the best. I like it.
True evaluation.
Yeah. Alabama played all 3 quarterbacks.
True, they did. They played all 3. They did.
They threw Austin Mack in there when they were up 21-8. Yeah. Second quarter, just see it.
I think Bama got a lot to prove. I mean, like I say, they got Wisconsin this week. We'll see. It's a noon game.
At home.
Can they play in it? You're right. You're at home, and we'll see how they bounce back.
Can they continue what they did against ULM?
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing.
Yeah, I think they will. I don't know. If,
I think they'll win.
I think Wisconsin is better than ULM for sure, but I just feel like you still want to see some dominance.
Absolutely, you still want to run up the board a little bit because it's just. The fan base just draws it so out because they've been good for 20 years or 17 years, and they're so dramatic. Like, you know what I mean? It's like things hit the fan, and you're like, oh, we're done. Like, we're out. Like, here comes the downfall.
Man, I love talking this ball, man.
Yeah, dude. College football is the best.
Holy smokes.
It's the best.
We go from being down and now to Alabama. And I know you went to Bama or whatnot, but it's just good to see them back up, but we'll see how long it lasts. We get these quality opponents. Hey, moving on. The other Bulldogs over there in Starkville.
The Maroon Bulldogs.
The Maroon Bulldogs.
The Maroon Bulldogs.
How about their win?
What a win, dude. Because, like Arizona State, and there's always a couple teams in the top 25 because I hate the preseason AP poll. Because you're going off of what you've seen in practice and you have no idea. It's not the same team from last year.
Oh, yeah.
There was so much hype. Like Arizona State was like, oh, they're going to win the Big 12. Like, this is it. They were ringing those little cowbells that like parents have at high school games. You can't mimic that. It's Starkville. You've been to Starkville.
Yeah.
Those things get loud. They get loud.
You would have a headache in Starkville.
You're like, what is, and you hear the bells like 3 hours after the game. You're driving home and you're like, am I still hearing bells? Like, it's just kicking around in the back of your mind the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
But great win from Mississippi State. They needed that.
58-yard pass, man. It's just insane.
Yeah.
I know they got to feel good. They didn't care about the fine. Hell, I'd donate $5 to their fine. Their donation if I need to. I mean, this is what it is. It's just
a lot more than $5.
That's all I got for them is $5. That's the only thing that gets me in the game at this point. They, ticket sales will go up for those guys for winning the game.
Yeah.
And shout out to Mississippi State for getting that win. That's good.
They needed that as a program.
The SEC went 14-2. It's good to see Mississippi State on a positive end of that. You know what I'm saying? Like they haven't been on that side. And I think
it's been a few years.
I mean, they was up on. They had the coaches press on. Had some players. I mean, smiling. So
it's a program that needed that because they were the bottom of the SEC.
They
going
were
in.
Yeah.
And they just beat a top 15 team.
Don't think you can go in there right now with that momentum that they have and just walk all over them.
You can't push around the Maroon Bulldogs.
The Maroon
Bulldogs.
Not the real
Clarification
Bulldogs.
for Jeremy. It's not like there's like 8 teams in college football.
How about that Ole
Bulldogs.
Miss Kentucky game?
Yeah, that was one that not a lot of people talked about. I think it was just because it was noon. Kentucky had those boys on the ropes up in Lexington.
Kentucky is another one of them bottom of the barrel SEC teams, but man.
Look, the SEC, everyone's got guys, dude. Everyone's got guys. And we
would
act
get your day
surprised
rolling.
where it's like, like every year one of these bottom SEC teams are going to upset. Look at Arkansas last year against Tennessee. Like the list goes on. Kentucky had Georgia on the ropes.
Alabama.
Oklahoma last year. Kentucky had Georgia on the ropes last year at Kroger Field.
They did. Hey, listen, and the SEC is tough.
Why do you think the documentary was called Any Given Saturday?
It's crazy because, people pick on Kirby because, he say the same thing every single time. When has he lied?
No, he's never wrong. He's not wrong. These are the games you come to Georgia playing.
I was at Georgia last year. I forgot who we were playing that week, so forgive me. But I was in the press conference room and he was talking, and somebody asked him a question. They said, hey, what is your true reaction? Vanderbilt just beat Alabama. What's your true reaction? And he just looked that person straight in the face and said, not surprised. He was not
Auburn.
Fazed.
Yeah, that was Georgia Auburn.
It was Georgia Auburn.
Yeah.
He was not fazed. He did not. It didn't surprise him.
That was when he went, welcome to the SEC.
He did. Yep.
Yeah.
He's never lied.
No, he's not wrong. He knows.
He's never lied.
No.
I mean, we talking about these games we got coming up this week. That's why I was telling you, like, week 3's loaded. LSU, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Texas A&M, Notre Dame. Ole Miss, Arkansas, Alabama, Wisconsin, Miami, South Florida. You got South Carolina, Vandy, Oklahoma. I know Miami, South Florida's not the SEC, but like when you look at these games, nobody's guaranteed nothing.
And you just mentioned South Florida. Can't ignore that game. That was the upset of the weekend.
It was.
USF, Alex Golish. Look, he is a great coach. Came from Tennessee a couple years ago on that offense with Hendon Hooker that ran up the score against Alabama.
Yep.
He's got something cooking at South Florida, and they have a winning record. They go 8-4, whatever it may be. Someone hire that man. Florida might do it. I would. I'd do it right now. Sorry, Coach Napier, but
listen, South Florida. I mean, they got a big one. I mean, you
went into Gainesville.
Listen, you're about to host the team that's right around the corner from you.
Yeah.
It's an upset brewing.
Yeah.
And what I like about those games, man, and it's not just to pick on Florida and the Florida teams or whatever. It's for any state. I like those teams that are feisty because a lot of those guys that's on South Florida team, right? They wanted an opportunity and a chance to go play at Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They didn't want to be at South Florida.
No.
They didn't want to be at Florida State. They want to go play, they want to go play at those big name schools, the ones that's getting the recognition, if you will.
Yeah.
Right? But now,
because you got something to prove at the end of the day.
But what an opportunity to go be able to put on a show, to put a performance on the field against that team that would not call you.
Yeah. 2 straight teams they've been ranked. Boise State, Florida. Now you get Miami.
Look out.
Yeah.
And Carson Beck's riding his hype right now where I'm like, you beat Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah. But the thing is,
upon this manner.
It's tough for South Florida because if they beat Miami, can't wait to see those polls. Well, they're already ranked.
Rank them.
They might be top 12.
How would you not put them up there?
You have to. But that's the thing. It's like now Miami knows, all right, well, like these guys are legit. Like we can't play around. Like, oh, it's South Florida. No, they're ranked South Florida. They're ahead of Alabama in the rankings. They have 2 ranked wins. If Alabama did that, Alabama would probably be 3.
Listen, the joy of college football. You better look out for the Bulls.
Oh, yeah.
They're playing ball.
Shout out Tampa.
Shout out to Tampa. I would say the area code, but I forgot just that fast. Moving on. Georgia, Austin Peay. Georgia started out sluggish. That game was awkward. The game got moved up by an hour.
We were just talking rain delays too.
Yeah,
like 2-hour rain delay. Like
insane.
It still happens. Like these kids are 18 to 22 years old.
It's so insane when you drag those things out. You look sloppy and just
crowd's
not really sluggish. Into it.
Yeah.
Austin Peay came to play ball. Let's just say that. I mean, they came to play ball.
Their defense played well.
So, but I mean, they still got the dub. When you look at Gunner's numbers, I mean, they still was outstanding, right?
Yeah, I think that you take a step, and that's the same thing with like I said it last week with the Alabama-Florida State game, is like Ty Simpson's box score is great, but like you look at some of the reads he's making and the throws, like it's tough to evaluate that at the end of the day, especially against Austin Peay, and they got a tough matchup this week in Knoxville.
I'm just telling you.
or they're going to have to throw the football.
True evaluations. Now Tennessee's they're down in the secondary. Their secondary is
but you're going to have to throw the ball to win.
You're going to have to.
Yeah.
Because at some point, if you don't show that you can throw the ball, you become one-dimensional. Everybody's going to load the box.
Yeah.
And Georgia's, which I think they're pretty good right now on the offensive line. Juan Gaston should be back against Tennessee this weekend.
That was scary for a minute.
They missed him against Austin Peay, but he should be back against Tennessee. So, yeah, I'm anxious to see what happens with that. Yeah, I think that game is going to be won in the trenches. If Georgia can come out on defense and make Joey, what's his name? Aguilar. If they can make him
who's looked great, by the way.
But he hasn't been uncomfortable yet.
Yeah.
That's the same thing that happened with Nico. Oh, Nico Heisman, blah 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 blah. Then next thing you know, he gets uncomfortable.
I mean, look at Georgia, Texas last year. Georgia was the underdog going in, and they made Quinn Ewers and Arch Manning uncomfortable.
That was the storyline.
Yeah.
It was Quinn Ewers, and we got Arch at backup, and Arch played in both the Georgia games last year. So I'm looking forward.
Tell
to
you what, Kirby would make a
just
quarterback feel so uncomfortable.
I just tell you right now, I think Kirby, and that might be why we didn't see a lot. Everybody's talking about the offense stalling out, but I think Kirby knows not to show a lot.
Yeah,
I don't need to show a lot. You just need to win the game.
They have it, and he talked about it so much earlier this week, just about those road tests. Like he's like, we haven't played a road test yet, and your first road test being an SEC game, and I'm not talking about like going to Arkansas. I'm talking about going to Knoxville.
104,000.
You own Orange. You definitely don't own Orange.
I don't have Orange.
Exactly. You know why? He hates Tennessee. That's why you don't wear orange in this beach state.
The new iPhone dropped yesterday, and I might end up
You like the orange one?
Yeah, I'm gonna lie to you.
It's gonna have a big dog logo on the back.
Oh yeah, it's gonna have a big G on there. You're gonna know I just got the phone because I had was low on options there, but you're absolutely right. And I'm gonna tell you a good thing Kirby does too. Kirby does a good job of hyping up the opponents. You ever notice that?
Oh yeah, never shies away from it.
He gonna make the opponents.
That's
feel
the Nick
like
Saban thing, though.
Ever.
Like Nick Saban always. I want to say it was 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas was maybe like 5-1 going into that game.
Oh yeah.
Nick Saban on Monday goes,
"Oh,
this is the best team we'll play all year."
Was it the year that Arkansas was like ranked top 5? They went to Athens.
Yeah, it was like KJ
Georgia,
and Rocket and
rocked them.
Yeah, Drew Sanders. They had lost to A&M. I think it was the week prior, and Alabama had to go to Fayetteville. But that's a Nick Saban thing. Like Nick Saban's not shy. He'd be like, "This is the best team we're going to play all year."
He can be playing Carver Middle School, and it's going to be the best.
Oh, you're not going to get a negative thing from either of those coaches, and that's what I love. Like you're going to get that. Like they're going to hype those guys up and be like, "Oh, they're legit." You know, we're really preparing for a team. Doesn't matter if it's Austin Peay or Clark Griswold State Technical College.
Yeah,
like Kirby's going to hype.
It's going to be on point.
Yeah.
Tennessee's coming off a 72-17 win against East Tennessee State.
Yeah.
Georgia comes in. That's 3:30 on ABC. You can catch it on WTVM.
Oh yeah,
on Saturday. That's gonna be great. Auburn they have their homecoming.
Yep.
We actually broadcasting the homecoming parade this Friday.
First
Shout out
South
to TVM, but they're playing South. Yep. That's another in-state rivalry with a lot of those kids. Hey, I got overlooked. That game could get tricky. Do I expect it to? No, because Auburn looked good last week.
Looked good 2 weeks in a row.
They look. Yeah, I mean they look good against Baylor, but they got the weapons involved against Ball State. So I mean, hey,
I want to talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
That Ball State game, 42-3, I think was the final. Looking back last night at the numbers, Ball State had -6 rushing yards.
Oh, when the last time Auburn held a team to negative rushing yards?
Decades.
That sounds like a team that was across the river over the Athens. Holy smokes.
-6 rushing yards, 68 yards total, 14 tackles for loss, 6 sacks.
That defense for real.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the defensive line starts with Keldrick Falk, who's a top 10 pick in the NFL draft come next April. But I'm talking about the talent they have on the interior. They have so many D linemen, D tackles, and most of them are freshmen. Malik Autry's one, Jordan Crawford's another.
Yeah.
They have dudes on dudes at the D line.
That
and they're
depth is
cause
starting
problems.
to show over at Auburn. When you think about it, I mean, look at it. When Auburn,
but their defense was great last year.
Yeah, well, yes, I think their defense wasn't as bad as people made them out to be, but their defense gave up a lot of points. That's the issue people had, was the defense holding up in the fourth quarter. There was games where
their offense just puts them in a bad situation.
That's my point.
Yeah.
The offense got them on the field. you don't get to see the full potential.
But now you get a
your
productive
offense
drive
that
with
can-
Jackson Arnold, who
There
run
it
the
is.
football,
There you have it.
control
Yep.
possession 5-6 minutes. Give
Yep.
those guys rest, because when you're rotating D
Yep.
linemen like that,
And they are, Auburn is rotating guys in
A lot.
and that second stream is just as strong, just as tough as that first stream.
they got
right?
4 linebackers who can all start. They got 7 or 8 D linemen who can start. Their corners are deep too. I like what they have defensively. Offensively, I think it's just they can throw the ball. They have the weapons to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That OU game is going to be one where it's going to be like, all right, like
Yeah.
JA's got to make some throws
Yeah,
to beat
absolutely.
John Mateer, and that's next week.
I'm telling you,
getting
man,
a little ahead of myself.
that game is. Ooh,
Oh
ooh,
yeah.
ooh.
In Norman,
It's in. It's
it's
at
3:30 kick. They already
Man.
announced it.
Jackson Arnold's going back to Oklahoma.
Homecoming. Those games get
I
tricky.
still got Oklahoma winning.
Yeah.
I think Oklahoma's underrated.
You got
right
them
now.
close, or you got them blowing them out?
I got them close. I got like a 21-24,
Yeah.
27-21.
Something like that. Just something like Auburn's offense just gets a little stagnant.
Yeah,
They
I
were
got
running a little too hot.
Oklahoma scoring late. Deep. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We gotta
we're
cross that bridge
a couple
when
of
we get
weeks
to
out.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I still think right now. I think Auburn's due.
OU's just the hot. I'll say it. I think they're the hottest team in the SEC right now.
Yeah, I won't sit here and say I don't think so. I think Auburn's the hottest team in the SEC. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think what Auburn is doing right now with the 2 defensive showings, and then now you seeing that they're
Well, their
have
defense
offensive
really
side.
struggled against Baylor.
Yeah.
They gave up 430
I think Oklahoma
yards.
playing Michigan the way they did at home
It was
creates a lot of buzz in Norman.
Yeah, I think it
that's
was
what
just.
it is.
I think it was more physical. Like they went toe to toe.
Yes,
with them,
absolutely.
and I think that created the buzz of the game. And
Yeah.
John Mateer. I wasn't a believer. I am now. Auburn. Why didn't you bring him in? Like Jackson Arnold's great, but to say
John
like
Mateer.
we're gonna take Jackson Arnold over John Mateer.
But John Mateer looks a lot like Jackson Arnold.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah, which is
listen,
crazy.
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. Again, we're
Or a week ahead.
ahead.
Jumping
But
ahead.
hey,
Still football to be played.
another week. Any given Saturday.
Any
another
given
week.
Saturday. That's what I said.
Listen.
You never know who can win a game.
Shout out to Auburn. Like I said, they got South Alabama. This was that night game.
No, 12:45.
12:45 game.
Eastern.
over at Jordan Hare homecoming.
Yep.
For the Tigers.
Should take care of business.
We're rolling. We
Yeah.
got the new rankings out for the AP top 25.
Yep.
We're gonna do the top 10. We got Ohio State, Penn State, LSU, Oregon, Miami, Georgia, Texas, Notre Dame, Illinois, and Florida State.
Yep.
1, 2, and 3, I'm locked in. 4 through 10, I don't give a rat's. I don't think it matters.
The Oregon flip. I know you don't like that with Georgia.
Well, I can understand it. I can respect it. I still don't think Oregon has one played anybody or deserved to be that high up. I think I said it last week. I just feel like they're just gifted.
Yeah.
I don't understand why whoever's doing these polls. I just don't get why they rank people just high for what? Illinois?
You're
Are you
juicing
serious?
schedules.
Are you serious
dude.
right now?
You're juicing schedules.
So Illinois, are they better than South Carolina?
No. Are they better than Florida State?
Are they beating Oklahoma right now?
No. They going to beat Florida State?
No. You know what I'm saying?
They're going to beat Clemson?
No. I no. But hey, speaking of Clemson better find a way to get a win this week. Which I don't think is
Going to the
happening.
flats.
I don't think it's happening.
Did you see Brent Key's press conference?
I did not. He gave some more juice. I ain't seen I haven't
No,
watched
no.
I ain't seen the press conference since he told everybody he was gonna play Georgia at Piedmont Park at 4 o'clock.
No. The one he gave earlier in the week. You got to go back and listen
I'm gonna
to
go
it.
listen to it.
They were about maybe 8-second sound bites each answer.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. He's locked in, dude.
Oh, it's on.
He's locked in. Bobby Dodd Stadium is going to
Give
be
me Tech
rocking.
by 20. Tech by
Tech
20.
by 20. Tech by 90. Come on. The way Clemson looked against Troy,
Hey,
I mean,
Troy had them beat.
yeah. That rain delay.
Troy had them beats.
Rain delay saved Clemson, dude. Then they stormed the field like they always do.
A record 11 teams in the top 25, man. From the SEC.
Insane.
Football is
Anybody's got it.
Football
I
is
mean,
back, man. Football is back.
we're rocking and rolling.
The 3 games on ABC this weekend, as we stated before, you got Georgia Tech at 3:30. The first game is Alabama, Wisconsin. That's at noon. And then the night kick is LSU and Florida. Catch it all here on WTVM.
Oh, yeah.
Other games, Miami, South Florida is going to be a big one. That's on the CW. You can catch that on the CW. South Carolina, Vanderbilt's SEC Network. Man, there's some games on. I'm doing this podcast sometimes just I get tired.
Oh,
I'm
what
like,
about
man.
A&M at Notre Dame?
Man, A&M at Notre Dame. At Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest part of that. It's at Notre Dame.
Yeah. 7:30 kick on
You think
NBC.
A&M is ready to go?
Is Notre Dame ready to go?
I
Notre Dame's 8. They haven't even won a football game.
When you say it out loud like that, I don't know. I don't know if I'm buying the Notre Dame hype right now. I think they got a lot to fix. I think based off what they did last year.
And you have a bye week. I think that's what kind of helps a little bit as you get that
but
bye.
But does it though?
Yeah,
everybody's
you give
rolling. A&M has momentum right now.
I think it helps your defense because you can game plan for Marcel Reed and AJ Smith a little bit better.
Well, yeah, to a degree, yes, they're gonna prep for that. But I think you got to get CJ Carr.
Yeah, offensively, you just need more reps. But like we talked about that week 1.
Yeah,
like how many guys like first starting? Like CJ Carr's first start.
Yeah,
at Miami.
At Miami, yeah,
in a top 10 game. Ty Simpson played in a dogfight in Tallahassee.
But that's why I don't know if the bye week is gonna help him though. I mean,
yeah.
You've been throwing against your defense since spring.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm thinking a little low scoring for that one. I'm thinking maybe like a 24-20.
I like 17-10.
Yeah, just
I
low
like
scoring.
17-10. I like A&M though.
I like 10-10 at half.
I don't know. I don't know. I might take 28-10 A&M. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, you gave up what 20.
It could just get really ugly for CJ Carr.
Yeah. It could.
Yeah.
And that's the point I'm trying to make. I just don't know if you're riding enough. Yeah, you get more time to prep, but reps right now early with all these games that you can't continue.
Notre Dame went to Kyle Field last year and beat A&M.
But you just can't afford to lose a lot of games early.
Yeah.
You got teams coming in that's hot. A&M, they're rolling.
Yeah, you can't be 0-2.
You're 0-2. Stuff's starting to look a little different.
Yeah, going into week 4.
And you're not in the conference. And I know you are they still gifted in? They're not doing the whole bye week ranking crap that they did last year.
No, I think it's just top 4 teams get that.
I need to figure out if Notre Dame automatically gets granted in. That's the question.
They don't have a crazy Notre Dame gets a lot of slack because they're not in a conference and they don't play the consistent opponents of like a Big Ten. I mean, they got A&M at home, home versus Purdue, at Arkansas, Boise State.
At Arkansas is interesting.
Boise State at home, NC State at home, USC at home. At Boston College, Navy, of course, Pitt, Syracuse, Stanford. I mean, the back half of the schedule kind of gets there. Pitt's a sneaky game. I really like what Pitt's got.
Yeah.
Notre Dame, I don't know. We'll see. But, I mean, last year, would they lose Northern Illinois?
They did.
No, what did they do? They went to the national championship.
They did, yeah. So, hey, but again, it's hard.
Any given Saturday.
0-2, though.
Yeah.
It's hard if you come out 0-2, so.
Yeah. You're just a horrible spot. Horrible spot. And especially not being in a conference. Yeah. It's weird.
This weekend is going to be fun.
It's going to be. We have an amazing slate of games.
This might be better than week 1.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think week 1, you always just run into, guys are just shaking off the rust.
Well,
games get ugly.
Well, I think the thing about week 1 is everybody's 0-0.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and you have
Even
no
if you
idea
got big matchups,
you have no
you're
idea
0-0.
what's coming at you.
But now.
Yeah, you got some tape. You got 2 weeks of tape. We'll see.
Remind everybody about our game of the week, what we're doing on Friday with Sports Overtime.
Oh, yeah. Calvary Christian takes the trip up to Woodbury, Georgia to play Flint River. Flint River, we're coming to you. We'll have Sports Leader 9 live pregame stuff. It's going to be a great game. Battle of undefeateds 3-0. Get ready for that. It's going to be a great matchup. Fully expecting a little dogfight. Calvary's legit this year. Flint River's got a lot to prove because they were 20-some straight games and lost in the semifinals of the state playoffs. So it's going to be a great matchup. Heard they're flying in the game ball in a helicopter.
That's pretty cool.
That's
to Woodbury.
Love that, which is sweet. I don't know where the helicopter's coming from. Probably Hamilton, but that's
LaGrange.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, or Noonan. Could be coming from Noonan. Yeah,
probably Noonan.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's awesome. Get ready for that. That's going to be a great game of the week. We're excited. Great slate of high school games too. Central Dothan, Auburn Enterprise, Russell County, Percy Julian. It's going to be a great week.
Saturday, we got an even better lineup of college football games.
And then get ready for 2 weeks because that's even better.
Yeah. You can tune in to WTVM on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Watch
Catch all the
games. And I think you you won't be disappointed.
Oh, you won't.
You will not
Never
be disappointed. It's always great when we get to talk ball here
Always.
on 9 Yards Deep. Until next time.
Do it.